Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to share a true story, a story of courage, strength, and the power of education. This is the story of Malala Yousafzai, a girl who stood up for what she believed in, even when it was dangerous. Let's learn English and be inspired by Malala's journey. Let's begin. Malala Yousafzai was born in 1997 in Mingora, a city in the Swat Valley, in Pakistan. The Swat Valley is a beautiful place, full of green hills, flowing rivers, and colorful flowers. It is a peaceful place, or at least, it used to be. Malala was born into a Pashtun family. Her father, Ziauddin Yousafzai, was a teacher and ran a school. He loved books, he loved words, and he believed that education could change the world. From a young age, Malala watched her father speak out for education, especially for girls. Many people in their town believed girls should stay at home, but Ziauddin disagreed. He said, "One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world." Malala wanted to go to school like the boys, and luckily, her father's school welcomed girls. Malala was happy there. She was a top student, smart, curious, and always asking questions. She loved math, science, and reading books about famous people around the world. Malala loved going to school. She woke up early each day, washed her face, put on her uniform, and walked with her friends to the classroom. She sat in the front row, took careful notes, and always raised her hand. She wanted to be a doctor when she grew up. But school was not just about books. It was a place to dream, to laugh with friends, and to feel safe. Her teachers encouraged her. Her classmates looked up to her. She felt free in school. But outside the school gates, things were changing. When Malala was around 10 years old, a group called the Taliban started to appear in the Swat Valley. At first, they seemed like strangers with long beards and big guns. But slowly, they became more powerful. The Taliban were strict. They believed girls should not go to school. They said listening to music, dancing, or watching movies was wrong. They told people how to dress, how to speak, and even what to believe. Soon, fear spread through the town. People were afraid to speak, afraid to leave home, afraid of doing the wrong thing. One day, the Taliban announced on the radio, girls are no longer allowed to go to school. Malala was shocked. Malala could not believe it. How could they stop girls from learning? Her school closed. Her friends stayed home. The streets became quiet. It felt like all the color had left her world. But Malala and her father did not give up. They spoke to reporters. They wrote letters. They told the world what was happening. In 2009, Malala began writing a blog for the BBC. Under a fake name, she wrote about her life under Taliban rule. She shared her fears, her dreams, and her hope for the future. Her words were honest. Brave and powerful people across the world read her blog, but few knew it was written by a 12-year-old girl. Malala became more active. She gave speeches. She appeared in documentaries. She said what many others were too afraid to say. Education is our right. Her face was shown on TV. Her name was printed in newspapers. She became a symbol of courage, but the Taliban were watching. In October 2012, Malala was on a school bus with her friends. They were laughing, talking, and enjoying the day. Suddenly, a man stepped onto the bus. He asked, "Who is Malala?" No one spoke. Then he fired. Malala was shot in the head. The bullet hit her face, passed through her neck, and stopped in her shoulder. Her friends screamed. The bus driver rushed to the hospital. Doctors fought to save her. News of the attack spread around the world. People were shocked and angry. Leaders, teachers, parents, and children all asked, how could someone shoot a girl for wanting to learn? Malala was moved to a hospital in England. She was in a coma for days. Many thought she would not survive. But Malala was strong. Slowly, she began to wake up, to speak, to walk again. Her journey to healing had begun. Malala and her family moved to Birmingham, England, for safety. She went through many surgeries and months of recovery. She missed her home. She missed the mountains, the language, and her friends. But she also found something new. Freedom in England. Girls could go to school. They could wear what they wanted, say what they believed. Malala began school again. She made new friends, learned new subjects, and spoke even louder than before. In 2013, she gave a speech at the United Nations. She stood before leaders from around the world and said, "One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world." She was only 16 years old. Malala knew that not every girl had the chance to go to school, so she started the Malala Fund, an organization that helps girls around the world get an education. The Malala Fund works in countries like Nigeria, Afghanistan, Brazil, and India. It builds schools, trains teachers, provides books, and helps girls speak up for their rights. Malala travels, gives speeches, and meets with leaders. She says, "We cannot all succeed if half of us are held back." She continues to fight not with anger or weapons, but with words and hope. In 2014, Malala was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. She was 17 years old, the youngest person ever to receive it. She shared the prize with Kailash Satyarthi, a man from India who fought against child labor. On the day of the ceremony, Malala wore a simple dress and a bright smile. She said, "This award is for every child who wants to go to school. It is not just for me." She did not speak like a politician. She spoke like a student, strong, honest, and full of hope. Today, Malala continues to study, speak, and lead. She graduated from Oxford University in 2020 with a degree in philosophy, politics, and economics. She writes books, appears on news shows, and visits schools in poor areas. She speaks for girls who are silenced. She dreams of a world where all children can learn, no matter where they are born. Her story reminds us that one voice, even a young voice, can shake the world. And her message is clear. I tell my story not because it is unique, but because it is the story of many girls. Malala Yousafzai is not just a girl from Pakistan. She is a global symbol of courage, education, and peace. Let's review some important words from today's story. Courage, being brave, even when you're afraid. Taliban, a group that used violence and fear to control people. Blog, a personal website or journal online. Coma, a deep sleep caused by injury or sickness. Fund, an organization that collects money for a cause. Nobel Peace Prize, a famous award for peacework education. The process of learning writes things every person should have. Recover to get better after being hurt or sick. Symbol, a person or thing that represents an idea. Thank you for listening to the story of Malala Yousafzai. She is a girl who faced danger but kept going. She is a student, a leader, and a fighter for education. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories that help you learn English through real people and real journeys. See you next time. Bye-bye.